the news tonight.
Experts call for effective plan for sustainable road maintenance to mitigate incessant road failure. State creation. Remo Ijebu constitutes harmonization committee to resolve grey areas. Good evening and welcome to NTJBOD News at 7. I am Olawumi Adeniji. Thanks for staying tuned with us. Here are the details of our package. President Bola Tinubu expresses profound sadness over the passing of Right Honorable Adewunmi Oriyomi Ononuga, the Deputy Chief Whip of the House of Representatives and representative of the Ikenne Shagam Remo North Federal Constituency of Ogun State. The lawmaker died on Wednesday, January 15, 2025, following her brief illness. Honorable Ononuga served as chairperson of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development in the 9th Assembly and Deputy Chief Whip in the 10th Assembly. A statement by Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President, President Tinubu, who acknowledged the services and passion for building a better Nigeria, said this will remain unforgettable in the hearts of those who came in direct contact with her. The President added that Honorable Ononuga was a role model for women in politics, demonstrating hard work, integrity, and dedication. President Tinubu offers his deepest condolences to Honorable Ononuga's family, loved ones, the government, and the people of Ogun State, particularly our constituents in Ikenne Shagam Remo North Federal Constituency. He prays that God will grant the soul of the departed eternal rest. The Ministry of Works has taken bold steps to up the games of its engineers and project supervisors with a 2-day retreat in Abuja. This is to speed up the pace of delivering top-notch road infrastructure under the presidential agenda on road infrastructure development. Abdullahi Mohammed has more.
With more than 2,000 inherited projects in its kitty and 300 more initiated by the Renewed Hope movement, quality and timely delivery no doubt require intelligent supervision.
We cannot continue with old method and expect to have improvement on our road infrastructure.
And the ministry leaves nothing to chances. Its controllers, engineers and project supervisors across the country are back in the class. With a professional engineer on the driver's seat and the best hands in the industry, the talking heads, the result a combination of commitment and passion for delivery.
Let us place the nation ahead of each and every of our interests. Anytime I have, challenges, I say, God, if I put my interest or anybody's interest ahead of the interest of the nation, don't answer my prayers.
And with your support and cooperation, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will surely succeed on his renewed hope agenda, which is to put smile on the faces of Nigerians.
And before the goodbyes, the minister directed that speed bumps must be removed from federal roads across the country.
The National Assembly are directed that these bumps should be dismantled. But even on our own, we've seen the menace of these bumps. So what we have done is that dismantle the bumps, apply to controllers, and for the locations, and then we get through the PAM secretary and to me, and we approve, acceptable locations for these bumps.
The engineers and project supervisors are expected to leave here with a new mindset to project execution, and that translates to prompt delivery of the dividends of the Renewed Hope agenda on road infrastructure. Abdullah Mohammed, NT News.
Meanwhile, motorable roads remain critical factors to Nigeria's efforts at ramping up development. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria want the multi-dimensional challenges affecting sustainable road maintenance tackled to mitigate incessant road failure. Lydia Sampson reports.
90% of movements in Nigeria is done by road. These roads are classified into Trunk A for federal roads, trunk B for states, and C for local governments. The guests agreed that though a large chunk of roads are in deplorable conditions, efforts are being intensified to change the narrative for better. They want the FEMA Act reviewed.
Oftentimes, without even the knowledge of the management of FEMA, we go out to site and we have consultants working with us, consultants, key engineers who follow us to site to take core samples, evaluate, and give us a report of what they have seen and what needs to be done. I think it's about prioritizing and about following the money. So far, we have done much in that regard in terms of engaging FEMA with the minister to really ramp up our inspection and evaluation of the impact of the work we are doing.
While advocating for prioritization of critical roads, accessibility for economic and energy security, the guest wants more funding options, stressing that government alone cannot tackle the enormous cost of road construction and maintenance.
Traditionally, now we are constructing our road with what we call the empirical Marshall test asphalt. The super prep is another special asphalt. But what I'm trying to say is that all these things are guided by standard and specifications for anything you are constructing that will last that 20 or 30 years. And if you design and follow those federal highway specifications for bridges and roads, there's no way you will have any issues.
It's to work in collaboration and partnership to ensure that infrastructure that we've put in so much money on achieves the intended value, which is to maximize the utility and serviceability of existing road infrastructure.
Right. They harped on the need for continuous stakeholders' engagement and awareness creation to mitigate harmful practices on the part of the people affecting roads negatively. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
The Petroleum Industry Stakeholders Forum is important for critical stakeholders in oil and gas to review the status of the industry, formulate policies, galvanize industry support, and resolve emerging concerns. Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Eniken Lokobori, said the forum will aid speedy resolution of issues by the policy-making and regulatory bodies, thereby helping to mitigate disputes and deepen cooperation among stakeholders. Lydia Sampson completes the report.
Convened by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, industry players say the forum, which held behind closed doors, will consolidate ongoing efforts to drive business growth and stimulate much-needed investment in the sector.
The real issue is to bring, a forum, to create a forum where the leadership of the oil industry will be together to discuss issues affecting the oil industry. Just like you have the Bankers Committee, you have, the Capital Market Committee that sits from time to time to address issues concerning those sectors. That's essentially, the whole issue,
The industry players are on the same page with the minister that the forum is chronicling a new approach to the sector.
The key takeaway is a great first start, and I hope, and I'm almost sure, that we will continue this to truly make this whole industry, the whole industry from upstream, midstream, and downstream, to great benefit of Nigerians.
We are independent petroleum marketers, and shortchanging anybody is not part of our policy. We normally sell 1 liter as 1 liter. We don't shortchange anybody. Remember that we are indigenous Nigerians marketers, and we help our brothers.
The forum, which attracted captains of industry across the country, is expected to hold regularly as scheduled by the key players. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The National Directorate of Employment, NDE, has taken another step in its fight against unemployment as it begins construction of lock-up shops across the country under its renewed Hope Employment Initiative. At a groundbreaking ceremony for Southwest Region held in Ila, Osun State, Pioneer National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, Chief BC Akonde, commended the worthy initiative of the Director General of NDE, Silas Agara, which he says will curb rural-urban migration in the country. Kayode Oladoshu has more.
The renewed Hope Mass Employment Creation Initiative, launched last year by the National Directorate of Employment, ensures inclusivity by selecting a minimum of 10 participants from every electoral ward across Nigeria's 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. At the groundbreaking ceremony of lock-up shops for the Southwest region in Ila, Osun State, Pioneer National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Chief Bisi Akonde, expressed that the initiative will boost economic activities of local communities and aid employment opportunities.
I'm happy it's happening, and I will be happy when it happens all over the country. And it's going to, escalate, let me say, the hope agenda of Bola Tinubu.
NDE Director General Silas Agara reiterated the agency's commitment to empowering Nigerians as he assured that deserving trainees would receive startup capital, equipment, and working tools.
Look at the priority area of the Renew Hope agenda. Item number 4 and 6 directly touches on what NDE is doing. And that's why we're key into the Renew Hope agenda to ensure that we support the present administration in delivering certain goals to the communities.
When the NDE now plans to build these lock-up shops, I was happy. I know it will be a good benefit for my people. It will boost the commerce of this place.
The Director General of NDE later inspected a building donated to the Agency for Skill Acquisition Center in Ilanrangun. Kade Oladoshu, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Jebode News at 7. Do stay tuned for more reports after this break.
Here, you get everything all in one. So if you love music, you love Glow Cafe with a music catalog of over 2 million tracks. And if live radio is your thing, say no more. Just hit play and enjoy on Glow Cafe. Welcome to Total Control, so you can recharge or buy bundle, borrow data, and credit sharing and gifting. You've got all that too. You also get extra value with our range of value-added services on the Glow Cafe app. Watch all the action with Glow Cafe's exclusive range of video. Glow Cafe's got it all. And when it comes to gaming, we ain't playing around with Africa's gaming collection. And the best part, you get free activation bonus. So download the Glow Cafe app on Google Play or the App Store.
Unlimited. You are welcome back and thanks for being there. In line with the philosophy of transforming the Nigerian Army into a combat-ready force that can effectively discharge its constitutional responsibility, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyode, says provision of equipment and infrastructure must be given priority. Bolaji Akim reports that the Army Chief, who was represented, made the statement at the handing over of the newly constructed Soldiers Transit accommodation in Lagos. A 14-member harmonization committee to settle differences as they push on in their quest to realize the creation of Ijebu State among states of the Nigerian Federation have been settled. Anthony Gandoni reports that the harmonization committee comprises of major stakeholders from the old Ijebu province, adding that the decision was taken at a consultative meeting held at the Palace of Akarigbo of Remo Land. Oba Babatunde Ajayi is report.
Committee comprising 7 members each from Remo and Ijebu zones were constituted with the approval of the 2 paramount rulers. It is a follow-up on a similar meeting held at the Palace of the Aujale of Ijebu Land in December 2024. Attended by dignitaries, royal fathers from across Remo Land, and a powerful delegation from the Aujale of Ijebu Land, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona. Stakeholders in a voiced vote agreed that the creation of a new state from the colonial Ijebu province was long overdue. In his remarks, the senator representing Ogun East Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Otunba Gbenga Daniel, urged leaders of the zone to avoid needless acrimony, which had rendered past efforts futile.
Let me emphasize that the efforts towards the creation of this new state is not for the benefit of only Ijebu province, but rather to correct the historical, economic, social, and political injustice on both our peoples from the old Abeokuta and Ijebu province. It is our hope that the joint committees being set up will give us a consensus to enable progress, and hopefully issues of anticipated local government and other issues will be resolved.
Earlier, the Akarigbo of Remoland, Oba Babatunde Ajayi, and the Aujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona, represented by the Orimolusi of Ijebu Igbo, Oba Lawrence Adebajo, appealed for unity among stakeholders in Remo, especially the youths, to actualize the long overdue dream.
I can confirm that I endorsed a document for Kabiyesi Aujale on creation of state. So many reasons, including expediency, warranted it. There was no reason for me not to sign such. The bottlenecks and stumbling blocks in creating a state are too striking for us to risk our fledgling relationship.
Baba Aujale is so much interested in Ijebu State, and by the grace of God, we are going to have it.
The 14-member Harmonization Committee were given 1 month to complete their assignments and report to the two paramount rulers. From Shagamu, Anthony Gandunu, NTA News.
One of the ambitious drives of the Tinubu administration is for Nigeria to achieve an open defecation status by 2030. To meet this target, federal government at a 2-day training workshop on the Clean Nigeria Campaign for Community Development Service, CDS officers of the NYSC reaffirmed its commitment to prioritizing sanitation and hygiene as critical components of national development. Usman Zubeiru reports.
Youth Toilets was launched in November 2019 to focus on ending open defecation, improve sanitation and hygiene. However, since the flag-off of the campaign, there has been remarkable but slow progress in achieving the targets. At its stands, only 136 LGA out of 774 and Jigawa State certified ODF free and safe for sanitation practice.
136 local governments cut across only 19 states. So again, we still have a whole lot of other states, about 17, including the FCT, that also need to take that action to ensure, that we meet the target of ending open defecation.
This strategic workshop, put together by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation in collaboration with the Self-Help Africa, is a clarion call to action to collaborate with the NYSC in mobilizing co-members nationwide through CDS activities to trigger a sanitation revolution that will end open defecation in the country.
We need to redouble our efforts towards achieving our target of ending open defecation by the year 2030.
Local officers will take the campaign to clean our environments and bring an end to open defecation in our respective communities.
This training workshop, you will gain valuable insights that will enhance your role in our efforts to reach out to individuals in our various communities across the country.
Discussions were focused on how to drive behavioral change in attitude and involvement of critical stakeholders that are passionate and committed to making a positive impact in the sanitation sector. In Abuja, Usman Zubeiru, NTA News.
And that concludes our package for tonight. From me, it is good night.